So the important topic of the second year of Hijrah during the Prophet's life in Medina, it is the Battle of Badr, the most important event and the most important battle, which was the first battle which took place during the Prophet peace upon him's lifetime. It was the Battle of Badr. It was the first battle which was fought between the Muslims and Quraysh. Whenever you have a question about the Battle of Badr, in the first paragraph, give a brief background that why this battle was fought. We can start our answer by saying that Muslims they migrated to Medina in 622, and since Quraysh they had planned to assassinate the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. After their migration to Medina, they instigated Makkans. They instigated the people of Medina Ansars to hand over the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him and these Muslims to them. Okay, so you can give a brief background that they were constantly working against the Muslims. They were instigating the people of Medina against the Muslims, and there was a threat that they could attack Medina anytime. And Muslims and the Holy Prophet peace upon him, they had to remain alert all the time, day and night. Also, Holy Prophet peace upon him has received a permission from Allah Almighty about jihad. After migration to Medina, Prophet peace upon him, in the month of Safar, second year of Hijrah, Safar 2AH, received the permission about jihad. The permission to fight is given to those who are fought as they have been wronged, or fight against those who fights you. Okay, fight in the cause of Allah, those who fought you. Surah number 2, verse number 190. Or permission to fight is given to those who are fought against as they have been wronged. With these verses, the Prophet peace be upon him was allowed to take action, allowed to take the military action. One major incident which happened, that Prophet peace upon him has sent a party of Muslims under the command of Abdullah bin Jahash to Nakhla. Okay, and there one of the Quraysh person, Amr bin Umayyah Hadrami, got killed by these people. Abdullah bin Jahash and his men. Amr bin Umayyah Hadrami got killed. Okay. Prophet peace upon him has sent them to spy and to collect news about the trade caravans which were leaving Makkah. Okay, Prophet peace upon him did not allow them to attack or to fight. Okay, although this was a violation, and since this war was since this attack was made in the sacred months, so Makkans they instigated and they exaggerated this thing. Although Holy Prophet peace upon him has made the compensation, he returned the captives and he paid the blood money, and he also returned the loot. But Makkans they started preparing for war. At the same time, Abu Sufyan he was going to Syria with a trade caravan. Holy Prophet peace upon him wanted to teach them a lesson, so he planned to intercept the trade caravan of Abu Sufyan, who was coming from Syria. Okay, it had 1,000 camels. Okay, and the merchandise it costed around 50,000 dinar. He had 40 men. When the Prophet peace upon him got to know about it, Holy Prophet peace upon him, along with his 300 men or 313 men, set off to intercept a caravan which was led by Abu Sufyan. Holy Prophet peace upon him had 2 horses and 70 camels. When Abu Sufyan got to know about the presence of the Muslim army, he sent a word to Quraysh, a message through a person, Damdam, okay, to Makkans to prepare an army to escort him safely back to Makkah. Muslims were around 300 to 313. You can write 313 because it is the famous two horses, 60 to 70 camels. They were having few swords, okay, and few armors. They were very ill equipped. Since Muslims, they did not go there to fight. Their intention was to intercept the trade caravan. Abu Sufyan's message was it was taken seriously, and Abu Jahl quickly prepared and gathered an army of 1,300 men. Okay, so well equipped, 1,300 men. They left for Medina to protect and to escort him safely back to Makkah. But Abu Sufyan changed his route. He slipped past the ambush and sent a word to the Quraysh to go back. Okay, he asked Abu Jahl to return, but Abu Jahl insisted that they will continue. But 300 of his men left him, leaving the strength of the enemy to 1,000 soldiers. Okay, Holy Prophet, peace upon him, got to know about it, and both the armies they met at Badr. Both the armies, Muslims and Quraysh, they met at Badr. Holy Prophet, peace upon him, consulted his companions, and they went to meet the Quraysh army at Badr. Okay, it was a village near the trade route. Muslims, they reached, they captured all the streams, the water resources. Okay, you can go on further detail that on the advice of his companion, and he changed and he occupied a place which was beneficial and which was advantageous from the battle point of view. Okay, they captured the well and the water resource for them. Okay, talk about the help and the support. In the next paragraph, you can talk about the help and the support which Muslims received from Allah Almighty even before the battle. Muslims, they camped near a water well. Okay, also you have to talk about that it rained heavily that night. It was very much advantageous for the Muslims. Fine. And Muslims, they were covered with slumber, drowsiness. They slept well. Okay, Allah has sent down peace and tranquility on the Muslims. Muslims were shown in their dream that Quraysh are few in number. On the other hand, Quraysh were shown in their dreams that Muslims are too much in number to so that they will lose their heart. And Muslims they were shown that Quraysh are few in number to so that Allah would strengthen their heart so that they might not lose hope. You can quote some of the Quranic verses about it that uh, that you can there are so many verses in Surah Anfal. You can talk about remember when he covered you with a slumber as a security from him. Remember when he covered you with a slumber as a security from him. And remember when you met when the both the armies they met, he showed them to you as few in your eyes and he made you appear more in their eyes. So you can give these details and you can talk about the favors and the blessings of Allah Almighty with the Muslims. For the whole night, Holy Prophet, peace upon him, prayed to Allah that, O Allah, if this small band of Muslims perished, then there would be no one to worship you. Heavenly assistance was granted. Prophet's prayers were accepted, and the heavenly assistance was granted to the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. That I will help you with 1,000 of angels, ranks on ranks. Allah has promised that He will assist him with 1,000 angels. Mention in your answer. You should write your answer in a proper sequence. That what happened. These events must be in the sequence. That how the Muslim army arrived. What was the situation? They captured the well. They changed their position, which was better from the battle point of view. Then talk about that the favors which Muslims they received and the blessings Muslims they received from Allah Almighty. Okay, rain, it strengthened their heart, slumber and the drowsiness, and also due to rain, Muslims they were fresh, they get themselves pure, and also there were so many other blessings of this reign for the Muslims. Prophet peace upon him prayed to Allah Almighty, and heavenly assistance was granted. Then 17th, next paragraph, change the paragraph, and you can say that the battle was fought on 17th Ramzan, second year of Hijrah, Friday. Okay, Prophet peace upon him arranged his army. He arranged them in rows. He gave them instructions, okay, how to fight. It was a custom that there was one-to-one combat. From Quraysh side, first their three warriors, they stepped forward. Okay, Utbah, Sheba, and Walid. You can write their names. It Utbah, Sheba, and Walid. And Walid fought against Ali. Utbah against Ubaidah, then Haris, and Sheba against Hamza. And all the non-Muslims were killed. Muslims were successful in this one-to-one combat. Prophet peace upon him took a handful of dust, threw it to the enemy, and it has created such an effect on them that these dust particles reached their eyes. Muslims, they took full advantage of that. Okay, and they killed many of them. 70 of the Makkans were killed, and 70 of them were taken as captives. Fine. Muslims were few in number, while the Quraysh, they looked few in number to the Muslims too, so that Muslims, they would remain. God sent down angels to help the Muslims. Okay, Prophet peace upon him threw some dust which caused a sandstorm. Okay, Makkans ran off. Abu Jahl was killed. Okay, initially Abu Jahl was injured by two young Ansari brothers, Mawaz and Maaz, the two brothers. They attacked, they killed him. Later on, Abu Jahl was beheaded by Abdullah bin Masud. This battle was fought against their own relatives, their own blood. Okay, you can talk about that. Bilal killed his former master Umayyah bin Khalf. Okay, 14 Muslims, they achieved martyrdom, and out of these 14, 8 were Ansars and 6 were Muhajirin. Quraysh, they lost 70 of their men. 70 were taken as prisoners. The prisoners were treated well. You can write about the names of the prisoners. Like amongst the captives was the Prophet's son-in-law, Abu Las, the Prophet's uncle Abbas, and all the captives were treated with kindness. They were allowed to get freedom on the payment of ransom, or by teaching 10 people, 10 Muslims how to read or write. Okay, we talked about that Bilal has killed his former master Umayyah bin Khalf in this battle. This battle was one of the important battle, which was the first decisive battle in which Muslims were victorious. Okay, Quraysh, they fled, leaving behind the spoils of war for the Muslims. Okay, Muslims, they won a decisive victory over their enemies in this battle. And this is how, with the help of Allah Almighty, Muslims, they can learn a lot of lessons from it. Okay, Prophet peace upon him, support, his courage. Okay, his consultation with his companions in decision making. Okay, for the whole night he prayed for their welfare and for the betterment of his army and for their success. Okay, it is very much important that he was very much concerned. Muslims, they can learn, the leaders, they can learn lesson from his conduct, the way he organized, the way he was very much concerned. Okay, and he was very much disciplined. He had a very disciplined followers. Okay, he gave them several advices, the way they can fight the battle. Fine. And the proper treatment with the captives, with the non-Muslims, even after the battle. So these are the lessons that Muslims, they are not fighting just to, they are fighting to prevail justice, to prevail peace in the society. Fine. So that's all about the major event of the second year of Hijrah, which is the Battle of Badr.